He waited, letting the weight of the discovery sink in, watching Emma move about the house like everything was normal. Her laughter, her carefree attitude, it all seemed so out of place now. The tension in the air was thick, but Jake couldn't find the words. He wasn't ready to hear the lies, the excuses, the explanations. He just wanted to know why. I've noticed only 98% of you who watch haven't subscribed. Come on, guys, show some love and support. Thanks a bunch to those who have already subscribed. It wasn't until that night, when they were alone in bed, that Jake finally spoke. Emma had her back turned to him, as she often did when she slept, but her soft breathing betrayed her calm exterior. He lay there staring at the ceiling, the message still fresh in his mind. It felt like a fire burning inside him, and he couldn't ignore it any longer. "Emma," Jake finally whispered, his voice barely above a murmur. She stirred but didn't respond, assuming he was just waking up. "Emma, are you going to tell me about the man you've been seeing while you've been gone?" The silence that followed was suffocating. Emma's breath caught in her throat. She froze, the blood draining from her face. Slowly, she turned to face him, her wide eyes filled with shock. But there was no guilt there. Not yet. There was only panic. "What are you talking about?" she stammered, her voice shaking. She tried to feign confusion, to make him believe she had no idea what he was referring to. But Jake wasn't buying it. Not now. "You know exactly what I'm talking about," Jake replied, his voice harder this time. "The man you've been texting, the hotel room, the dress you wore when you were with him." Emma's face paled, and for a moment, she looked like a deer caught in headlights. Her mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. Her brain was scrambling for a way to explain away the truth, but she knew it was too late. Jake had already seen it. "You don't have to do this," she said softly, her voice breaking. "It was just one mistake. I was lonely. I didn't mean for it to happen." Jake couldn't believe what he was hearing. One mistake? "Just one mistake," he repeated, his voice rising. "You've been lying to me for months, Emma, and you think that's just one mistake?" Emma looked away, tears streaming down her face, but she didn't respond. She couldn't. There was nothing left to say. Jake's heart was shattered, and every word she spoke felt like salt on an open wound. The realization. A deeper truth. As the confrontation continued, something strange happened. The panic on Emma's face began to fade, replaced by an unsettling calm. She wiped away the tears, took a deep breath, and looked at Jake with a strange, almost apologetic expression. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice now steady, "but I can't go back. I've already made my decision. And I think you know that deep down." Jake was stunned. "What are you talking about?" "I can't be the person you want me to be anymore," Emma continued, her words cold but truthful. "I've changed, and there's nothing you can say to make me feel the way I used to. I'm not that person anymore." Jake's stomach twisted. He had always believed that love, trust, and respect could rebuild anything. But now he was hearing the words he never thought he'd hear. "I've already made my decision." His mind raced as the implications settled in. This wasn't just about the affair. This was about the end of a relationship he thought would last forever. The wife he loved was gone, and in her place was someone he barely recognized, someone willing to throw everything away. The aftermath, a changed man. The next few days were a blur for Jake. He spent his time in a daze, going through the motions of life, while his heart cracked a little more with each passing minute. He replayed the conversation over and over in his mind, trying to make sense of it, but the truth remained clear. Emma had checked out long before the affair came to light. But as time went on, something inside Jake began to shift. He realized that the woman he loved, the one he'd trusted, no longer existed. And while the pain of betrayal would linger, he knew he had to move forward. He wasn't going to let this destroy him. Not this time. Months passed, and Jake eventually found the strength to leave Emma. It wasn't easy. Nothing about this situation was. But it was necessary. He needed to rebuild his life, to rediscover who he was without the weight of betrayal holding him down. Slowly but surely, he began to heal. And as much as he once thought he couldn't live without Emma, he now knew that he could live without the lies. A message to viewers: the power of trust and moving on. It's easy to believe that everything will stay the same, that the person we love will always be the person we trust. But the truth is, people change, relationships change, and sometimes, no matter how hard we fight for them, they can't be saved. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the road. Sometimes betrayal is the catalyst we need to let go of the past and start anew. If you're watching this and feeling like you're stuck in a similar situation, just know that you're not alone. Whether it's an affair, lies, or betrayal, it's never easy to face the truth. But the most important thing is that you have the power to choose your next step. You don't have to stay in a situation that breaks you. You deserve better. You deserve peace. Before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more shocking, real-life stories like this. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this story? Have you ever experienced something similar? Drop your comments below. We read every single one. And remember, your support means the world to us. Final thoughts, moving on and starting. Fresh Jake's story is a powerful reminder that trust, once broken, can never truly be the same. It's a painful reality, but also one that can teach us something important. In the end, it wasn't just about Emma's betrayal. It was about Jake learning to reclaim his life, to trust in himself again. And though the pain never fully went away, he grew stronger because of it. Sometimes the hardest lessons lead to the most powerful transformations. And who knows? Maybe the hardest heartbreaks lead us to our greatest self-discovery. And with that, we conclude this story. What would you do in Jake's shoes? Would you forgive or would you move on? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more compelling stories like this.